Hey there guys, what's going on? It's Talking Flicks here. Please ignore the bottom thing. Alright, let's get started with this review. And yeah, I'm doing the next movie review. This is going to be the fourth review I'm doing, which is super. There's Mini Evan, who will be joining us for the review. And the movie we are going to be reviewing is The God of Thunder, the son of Odin. We are going to be reviewing the fourth MCU film, and that is Thor. Came out in 2011, stars Chris Hemsworth, Natalie Portman, Tom Hiddleston, a bunch of other guys and girls. And so, yeah, this is one of the OG Marvel movies, or MCU movies I should say, and let's just get into it. Let's start with the background info here. Heck yeah. Nice. Yeah, nice. Alright, so let's see, our first bit here is, let's talk money here. The budget is $150 million. Opening weekend, it did $65 million. Domestically, it got $181 million. And worldwide, I got $449 million. Apologies if I'm like a little stuffy and stuff like that, and I start sneezing. It's because I have allergies right now. It's allergy season for me. But that's just that. And yeah, the movie did pretty good box office wise. For a Thor movie especially, it did pretty good. But you know, it's not the best Marvel has done. They definitely do better in the future. But still, it made them a profit, so that's good. And our first bit here is it's Chris Hemsworth versus Liam Hemsworth. They were both in I don't know the word. They were both possibly going to be Thor. They were both in contention. I think that's the word. And to play Thor, and Chris got the part, but you know, they were friendly about it. They were like, "Oh, I hope you get the role. I hope you get the role." Blah blah blah, that sort of thing. And as we know, Chris Hemsworth got the role, and I think it's a good thing because he does a great job in the role. So that's cool. And there was someone who wanted to be Odin, and I thought it would have been awesome, but he's like, I think Hawkins does good too. And I mean, yeah, he does great, but Stan Lee would have been awesome to play Odin. Stan Lee said he wanted to play Odin, that would have been great, but you know, with all the cameos he does, it wouldn't really make sense, and you know, it turns to be a main character, so I'm fine with it. And Tom Hiddleston actually wanted to be Thor, just a fun fact there, but he got the role of Loki, and I think we're all very happy for that because he does really great in the role of Loki, so good job, Tom Hiddleston. And the last thing here is about a certain someone when it comes up to these. As you know, this is pre-recorded if you watched all the other videos, and that is the fact that Kenneth Branagh was actually a fan of Thor when he was directing the movie, and I really like that because if I ever direct a movie, so, you know, it's one of my dreams to make movies. I think director is probably the best job for me. I want to be a fan of, if I'm doing something like Thor or some sort of source material that I'm a fan of, that's what I want to direct. I don't want to take source material of something that I'm not familiar with and direct that just because I don't feel like I treat it with as much respect as someone who deserves it more, that it's actually a fan of that series. And I really like that Kenneth Branagh was a fan, and it makes it feel more whole that he's a fan of the Thor character, and better that he directed it. And the last thing here is the town that they used in New Mexico that the movie was set in. It was actually constructed. It was a whole set, and it's a giant town they constructed. And that's really interesting, actually, because, you know, it takes a while to build that, and it looked so realistic. But now we gotta get into the good of the film, and there was a decent amount of good in this film, so that's good. And so yeah, I'm good. Totally didn't. Yeah, that face doesn't really represent it well, but there was one little thing I gotta say, and that is spoilers for Thor. There will be spoilers in this review, so if you have not seen Thor, do not watch this. Come back after you watched it, or if you don't care about spoilers, then continue. But here we go. Let's start with our first good thing here, and that is that the movie is pretty dang funny.
This drink, I like it.
I know, it's great, right?
Another!
Sorry, Izzy, little accident.
I need a horse!
I mean, if you just watch that clip, this movie is actually pretty funny, especially when Thor gets down on earth and you see the fish out of water comedy with him. It's really funny. I actually really dug that. Apologies for the sniffles about his character. I know it made him seem more humbled when he was on the ground and everything. There was a lot of funny moments, including, you know, not just with Thor, even with like Stone Skarsgård and him. A bunch of characters pretty funny. And then we got the chemistry between all the characters was great. It's not just Thor and Jane. They had good chemistry in this film, but really between everyone. The movie's a lot about family dynamics, and I really like it because of that. So, you know, the relationship between Thor and Loki, Thor and Odin, Loki, Odin, even like Thor and his mom. really great relationships. Thor and the Warriors 3 and Lady Sif, I thought that was really well done. I do wish they got more to do in the future, but I think this was definitely their best film. And yeah, I thought all the really character dynamics were really good in this movie, and I really like it. That's something I really liked about the film. Something worth praising, something I didn't notice until recently. But next up is the Frost Giant battle scene, which is just freaking great. The best battle scene in the movie for sure. I mean, just look at this. It's so cool just seeing all the characters. Well, Thor, Loki, the Warriors 3, and Lady Sif. Just seeing them throw down on these Frost Giants. It's so cool. Really love that there. Really good action sequence. Get some good praise from me. Definitely, in my opinion, the best action sequence in the film. And they also did some interesting stuff with the Frost Giants and how Loki was a Frost Giant. Yeah, again, that really plays in well with the character dynamics inside of this movie. Now, the next good thing is, well, we did kind of just touch on him when I said the words Loki, but I really can't help but praise what he did. I mean, where's the image? Come on, me. Why are you talking about the Frost Giants so much? Oh, me. Oh, silly. And just, yeah, the character dynamics, those are really good in the film. One of my favorite things. There you go. There's Loki. Loki's great in the movie. Well, he's really good. I don't think he's at his best yet. I think he reaches when he gets to the Great Loki. That's from pretty much Avengers and on. I thought he was good in this movie. I thought he was a solid villain. Definitely the best villain at this point in the MCU and the 4 movies so far. But I think he just became more interesting of a character in future movies. But that's not to say anything bad about Loki. I mean, Tom Hiddleston did such a good job as a character. And all around, this is a really good character. Really love what they did with him. And the final thing is Asgard's appearance. Asgard is beautiful in this movie. I do think Asgard, this isn't the best Asgard has looked, but it still looks great in this movie. I actually think the best Asgard has looked is in Thor the Dark World. But this movie has a really nice looking Asgard. Just look at that shot. Imagine if it wasn't blurry. But, I mean, it's beautiful there. The sunset and everything. It's a really, when they're on Asgard, it's a really pretty film to look at. And that's something I really like about the film. The visual aesthetics are very nice here. So, that's really good. And the score, whenever they're around on Asgard, in certain places the score isn't very good, but when it's on Asgard, it's a pretty good score. I actually think it enhanced some of the scenes there. I thought that was pretty good. So yeah, Asgard, beautiful looking, and just me thinking about how long it took to make that. Anyway, the bad. Let's get into the bad. What the? And yeah, also about Asgard, just how good it looked, how poorly it could have gone, and it looked great, so that's awesome. And the next thing is that the transition from Asgard to Earth, just where you're going from a place as grand as Asgard, so epic pretty much, well not epic, but so grand, grand's the right word, and then they go down to Earth. I mean, it's not the best transition. It feels a bit clunky, you know, feels like maybe it could have been done better, but at the end, that's something super difficult to handle, and it's praise that they did as well what they did with that. And the next thing is the pacing. When they get from, again, this has to do with the transition from Asgard to Earth. When they get down to Earth, the pacing slows down quite a bit. I will say that, you know, it's all grand and big and huge and epic on Asgard, and then Earth's, you know, kind of minuscule. And then the last thing is the biggest problem is the action. Other than that Frost Giant battle, the action is not that good in this movie. I mean, if you're just looking at the sequence here, it's fine, but unless the climactic battle, I mean, the action is not very good in this movie. And for a comic book movie, that's kind of an issue. But I'm willing to look past it because there's a lot of good in this movie, and I love how they handle the character dynamics and everything. That's really the biggest praise I can say about the movie. And, you know, the acting is all great, but yeah, the action does bring down the movie for me. So, in conclusion, let's finish this off here. Thor, I like it. I think it's a good film. I think it's a good starter to his character, and he gets better in future movies, but I think for a starting place, this is not bad at all. And judging just how bad this film could have been, this could have been an absolute train wreck, but Kenneth Branagh really came in, treated the film with respect, and I really like that. So that's why I'm giving this movie a 72%, as I think it's a good film. Don't think it's great. I have a few problems with it, you know, the pacing and the action sequences that aren't that great, but it's good. It's a good movie, and it gets a decent amount of praise from me, and I think it's an underrated film. A lot of people don't like this movie, or there's a decent amount of people that don't like it, and I don't side with them. I think it's a good film. So there you go, guys. There's my Thor review. Hope you guys enjoyed it. You know, had fun watching me talk about Thor. Hope you guys are excited to see some future videos that I will post up. Okay, you guys, my computer kind of just crashed, so just ignore that. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my review. This is going to be my outro here. Please leave a like if you did. It will help out a lot. Look forward to some future content I'll post. It should be fun. Some good stuff. If you enjoyed this video, check out some past videos I did with the other MC reviews and the Nice Versus video I did. And I'm just going to leave you with the clip now. And I hope you guys enjoy. Check out some future content. And like, subscribe, all that stuff. Notifications. And, thank you. Bye-bye.